on Double Hook Angling YouTube channel. Now let's get live on Facebook. Trying to get things out of my way. Good morning, everybody on YouTube. We got Wolves Den, Brokeback Bob. Good morning to y'all. Ernie. Oh, I guess I didn't see that right. Gilman. Shirley T. I gotta figure. Trying to remember how to do all this stuff is fun. And while I forgot to add I forgot to add to the Facebook a title, so that's okay. Anywho, we're here. We're gonna tie up some old school stuff. So we got some old school chenille. So that's what we're gonna tie up today. See if I can get these adjusted right. So like if y'all know, like used to be, everybody used this old crystal type flash. Hey, Smokey. So, all right, so that's what we're kind of doing. So then we got some, as the thumbnail showed on YouTube, we have some bright and different colors here. Get it picked up. Oops, there we go. So some bright and different colors. Somebody that asked me if I could do some, you know, like the old school stuff. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to use Hackle though, and not Marabou. So, let's see what color we want to do first. So let's do the purple first. So we'll do purple, and then, let me find, nope, that ain't it. Get my bag of open feathers out here and try to find some fuchsia. There we go. So we got some fuchsia. I don't know how much of that got. I might just use pink. Yeah, let's just do pink instead. I'd rather do pink. These are just some colors that my son said that he wanted for a friend of his. And he's like, I want old school like when we were kids, Dad. So that's what we're going to do. See if I can find me some. I don't want to just tie it in black. Where'd all my thread go that I had up here? I got a mess. Let me get a... I'm disorganized. Hold on. It's dusty in my house. We live next to an alley, so it just kind of gets pretty bad. Do I have any purple threads? No, I don't. I had some purple. Guess there ain't no purple thread in that box. There's probably some purple back there on the wall where I can't reach. Huh. Let's just use black. That'll be all right. Sometimes you don't get what you want, but we'll hide it good. All right, let's tie this something here. Get the thread locked on. I don't know why I had so much extra holding on to there, Dave. So we had a good week this week. We went to a church that I've been going to for men's Bible study on Wednesday mornings. We went there Sunday, and the wife and boys had a real good time. You know, sometimes it's nice to go to a different church, get a different aspect of what's going on, get different music. And the church we went to, of course, it plays more modern music, more upbeat, more tempo to it. So it was very interesting, very fun. For my boys having autism, it kept their attention. So 419 Fishing Powder Coating, how you doing? So yeah, it kept their attention. So Rod, there you go. Hi, bud. And it was just a good time. Then we went as well. We went Wednesday evening. You know, I went to the men's Bible study Wednesday morning, which I always enjoy that. Get to have some interaction with. I think there was 12 men there this time. Sometimes there's 15. Sometimes there's less. But some interaction with men that are more my age and get a different understanding as far as from them too. And then we went Wednesday night, and they had a lot of singing and interaction, and then a gentleman that is I don't want to say new to the faith, but was just baptized this year. He was doing the Bible study, and he he did a really great job. And it was about like the whole thing was forgiveness. So I really struggle with forgiveness. Sometimes I get upset with people and get selfish, and it's hard. It's hard sometimes. So old school jigs don't have no flash on them. The flash is the collar, the body, whatever you want to call it. So, and I pull that every wrap. I pull it back so you don't overpile and make it look kind of funny. Now these take a little longer because you gotta fold them back. But like I said, we had a real good time. We had a fellowship dinner beforehand. So Gregory got in on that blackberry pie, which, if y'all know Gregory, he likes pie and ice cream. I'm afraid you're going to see that thread. Do my best here not to let it show. So, old school jig. There you go. It's going to be a little off-centered because I'm using both phones. So, and what I probably need to do is figure out how to turn the one phone. Get it propped up there. There we go. That way we're a little bit more centered. Facebook's just going to have to be a little off-tilted. Kansas Chad, how you doing, brother? Hope you're well. So me and Gregory went fishing yesterday. Well, get back to the church thing. So I really enjoy going to church. We just have started going back recently, but with the heart attack and everything, kind of made me reevaluate the way I was living my life and stuff. So I cleaned up my life, and I'm trying not to cuss, and I'm just getting back to things. So if that's your thing, fine. If not, then I encourage you to at least, think about it. Nobody says you have to go back to church, but at least think about it. Yeah, I don't like that because I can see I see just a little bit of black in there, and that just drives me nuts. So I'm going to find some pink thread. I guess if purple won't work, we'll do pink. Usually I match the thread to the head. So bear with me for a minute. Jody, welcome in. Randall, how you doing? That print's so small it's hard to see. That's a 280. Man, I just don't have much of any of the right colors. I know I'll snap that 8/0 off. 280 is too heavy. I just feel like I'm spending too much time trying to find what I want here. I know I had some pink thread somewhere, but I don't remember what I did with it. I got such a mess. I will use white. That'll hide better in the pink than the black does. The black just really stands out. Hey Rick, how you doing? We got Tim and Brian. We got, oh, there's my buddy Alton on Facebook, Alton and Gwen. Hope you guys are doing well. I just don't have the money to get out there to see you with everything that's going on with Naomi. I've been meaning to call you, but by the time I remember, it's, you know, I just forget. It's either too early in the morning when I remember and stuff. So please forgive me, Alton and Gwen. But Naomi has surgery on December the 12th. She's going to get a lumpectomy. So y'all continue to put her in your thoughts and pray for her. Naomi, are you in here? She ain't in here. She's in the back. I need to remember to call you guys, Gwen and Alton. I need to remember to call y'all. I just keep forgetting. I'm sorry. I feel bad now. But medical bills are kicking our butts right now. I owe Kingman Hospital some money too. Well, at least it's a lumpectomy and they're not taking her whole boob. I mean, if they had to, they had to. I just been so worried about Naomi and stuff. I just been ignoring the other things, and we just been trying to take care of ourselves and do our own thing. So been trying to still get Gregory out and go fishing. We went fishing yesterday and we slayed the crappie. I've got crappie in my refrigerator for dinner tonight. So all right. Yeah, this last month bills hit us hard, so it's rough. Y'all know what I mean. I hate being in debt, but I'm in debt. Naomi, remind me to call Gwen and Alton tonight or later today. Who? Gwen and Alton. Okay. I keep meaning to, but I keep forgetting. We love you too, Gwen and Elton. They're on Facebook talking, so I'm answering back. But on YouTube, I see Tim in here as well. Catfish Dog. Appreciate you, brother. There we go. See, that hides better. You don't, at least you don't see that black. So, like I said, old school fuzzies. That crystal flash really shines. So I actually think that one with the black, I'm not going to, I'll have to go color another head. That one with the black, I'm going to save for myself. Put it in my box. I'll feel bad giving jigs to, or selling jigs to people that just don't look right. So, and we're doing a Christmas special. So from now until Christmas, if you order jigs, it will be free shipping. But you have to order at least 12 jigs. Don't be ordering 2 and then expect free shipping, because you'll get, I mean, I'll still send them to you and you'll still get free shipping. You're just going to get third class mail, which means it might take 2 weeks to get to you and there will be no tracking number. So Gwen and out and said hi, Naomi.
Yeah.
We went fishing yesterday and we did a live while we were fishing. So if you guys didn't catch that, you can always go back and watch that live on YouTube. And I was giving Gregory some tar, you know. He caught this little bitty crappie, so I made a short. So he caught a small 8 or 9 inch crappie, and then I caught one that was like 12 and 4 times as big, you know. So I was just giving him a little bit of hassle about that. He throws fish at me, so he'd be like, he'll throw it over and be like, ha ha. Not like literally at me, but in front of me in the water. But we were getting some big old crappie yesterday. Of course, we were at the lease, so we were doing good. That was fun. I really enjoyed it, going out there. I got that place figured out for sure now, so I know where the cliff edges are at in the under the water, where the old creek bed is. I know that lake now. Of course, Mr. Bill's wife passed away a couple years ago now, and he's getting pretty old, so we'll see how long that it lasts. So So me and Gregory been trying to fish the lease at least once a week, and during the winters when we really get after it. Hey, Matthew. There's Gray Wolf saying, hey, y'all. So when you do this crystal flash, if you just rub your fingers back like that, it'll part that stuff back. That way you're not flattening it down. You're getting full fuzzability, if fuzzability is a word. Just thought I'd stop in and say hi before I went back to sleep. Well, that's good, Gray Wolf. Yeah, sometimes that stuff, just, I'll pray for you, brother. Yeah, you guys, anytime you come out here, Gwen and Alton, I'll take you out there for sure. It was if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have it. So Naomi's distracting me over here by watching Freiberger on TV. It's a car guy. Used to do the weekend shows on in the '90s and early 2000s, and build cars and build engines and stuff like that. And he has his YouTube channel now, of course, and he's like dialing in a carburetor, and I'm like sitting here listening to it out the side of my ears. He got the volume pretty low, but it's not like I'm going to put a double pumper on my Rambler or nothing, but still interesting to see what it affects as far as jetting and the pickup pump and the idler cam and all that kind of stuff, or acceleration cam. If y'all don't know what I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, it started raining on us yesterday when we was fishing backlash, and I don't like getting wet. It's more that I don't mind getting wet myself. I just don't like my wheelchair getting wet because it takes forever to dry. The neoprene foam stuff that is on my chair, it just takes too long to dry out. So it's annoying to sit around in wet chair for 2 days. I mean, it literally, if it gets wet enough, it will. Whoops! I knocked that feather out of there. It will take 2 days for my wheelchair to dry. Yeah, the biggest problem that he was having on TV is when you goose the throttle, it was dropping off, so bogging, and so he's like changing the jetting, changing the idler cam, and all that kind of stuff. So if y'all know, you know. If you don't, then I'm sorry. I'm a carburetor guy. I like. I'd rather have that than fuel injection. I know fuel injection is better because it's as far as starting fast and all that kind of stuff. But I still like carburetors. Downtown Ernie Brown still in you. How y'all doing? Start stinking. Yeah, the chair will definitely start smelling funny if it gets wet. Even if it's just moldy, that musty smell. But also, since I sat on it, if you get it wet, you get kind of swamp buddy. Nobody likes swamp butt. Woo, about dropped that. So if you can see, like, old school jigs, they're always fun. Sometimes they work better than the new school style. Kansas Chad said, "Hope y'all got the turkey out the thaw." Well, we're not cooking this year. My mother-in-law is. She's been doing it for the last few years, so we always go out to my mother-in-law's for Thanksgiving. And this year, Tim is only can do it on Wednesday because he's got to work. Being firefighter, EMT, and now paramedic. So he passed his paramed test, and all he has to do is finish his state or his federal testing, federal certification, whatever you got to call it. It's basically a test, and as soon as he's done with that, he can start. He can take that after the 2nd of December. So He's going to try to get it done the first week of December. And he has his graduation on December 16th. So December 16th, he will graduate from Cali College. So that will be awesome. And then he'll be a paramedic. So, and basically he's still going to do the firefighting. And he took the paramed because his station that he's at now is required, that. So, but, he's talking about, not being there anymore. So he's got things in his mind that he wants to do and stuff. And since he's got the new girlfriend in Wichita, that plays a big role in his life. So, especially since they're getting pretty serious and talking about marriage and stuff like that. So, hopefully that will happen in the next year or so. And that wedding I will go to too. Dan Oding, how you doing? Bring them on camera. Bring what on camera? Aaron Rust, how you doing, brother? We're tying some old school stuff. So some crystal flash, basically. Had a order for this, so sometimes you just got to go back old school. Lisa, I see you. I'm sorry, girl. I probably missed you. Hey. Misplaced Country Girl. Good morning, Denise. Hope you're doing well. For those that just came in, we was talking earlier about Naomi and her surgery. So she has surgery on December the 12th at 8 in the morning. So if y'all can pray for her about that, that would be much appreciated. So for Facebook, there you go. For YouTube, there you go. So there, I put the jig up on screen. Trying to watch chat on both phones because I got two phones going, one for Facebook and one for YouTube because I don't know how to broadcast on both at the same time. I'm a internet idiot, so. As soon as we're done with this one, we'll tie a different color up just so y'all ain't looking at the same jig again. Your bread machine gets there today. Good. Still in, you said, shout out to Facebook. Yeah, we used to use a bread machine, but now we don't use a bread machine. When Naomi's ready to need the bread, she just goes, David, get in here. Need this bread. So I'll go in there and I'll knead the bread, add the flour to it as I need it, like you're supposed to and stuff. We made some bread this last week. And I say we because I ended up doing some of the work. So don't get me wrong, all the mixing was Naomi. You know, when you're a married couple, you got to share in the doing of things sometimes. Sometimes if you're a married couple, you just got to tell the other one to get out of your way. Or that you got it and you don't need no help. Sometimes, you know, being a married couple, you want to jump in and help if you see them struggle or whatever. Well, that's either me or Naomi, and sometimes you just got to be told to back off for a minute, and that's fine too. We've been married 31 years, almost 32 years, and you know, with that, you're still learning. Let's put it that way. I think you learn to live with each other your whole marriage, and that's the key, is trying to figure things out. But now to the fishing yesterday. We was doing real good fishing. And I would show you on the phone the fish that we caught, but I've got both phones in use right now. Naomi doesn't have Facebook, so she's like, I don't want that. So I can't jump on hers to see it. But if y'all got me on Facebook, just go. If not, go to David Lemon, Lemen. Make sure that it's got up-to-date post on it. I didn't double knot that. Make sure it's got up-to-date post on it, and then you can follow me. I do have, David Lemon is a professional page, so you can follow me on there and see what we're doing. Hey, Kelly. He's on Facebook watching the Bullock Experience. So there's the last one of the pinks and purple. That color combination does do really well together. Now let's do something a little more different. So we're going to do orange head, a white tail, and a green body. So we want something that's a contrast and something that, you know, sticks out different. When you think of old school jigs, think of, you know, clown colors, you know, preschool colors, you know, bright and vibrant and in your face and just out there. And, you know, sometimes them color contrasts work. I know that pink was, hey, David, tie on your thread. I know that pink was, you know, that pink and purple is a, you know, they're all complementary colors. But these are going to be like, you know, clash colors. So they will clash with each other and stand out. So we'll do white tail with an orange head and a green body. What are you humming? Oh, I see what you're doing, dear. Rod, she caught you watching YouTube, huh? Yeah, my son's dog Ellie is in heat, so she's leaving markers on the floor. Naomi's is growling and moaning. At least we don't have carpet. They're easy enough cleaned up. Every time she tries to get on the furniture, we yell at her. We got a blanket on the couch so she can get up there. That way we can just throw it in the laundry. She's an old enough dog now. I think she's almost 3 years old or 2.5 years old. So she takes care of herself good enough. But still, y'all had female dogs in season. You know, there's still sometimes little spots left around. All right. And then the green. I was looking for the green. I saw you, just thought I'd drop in and say hi before it gets busy at work. Well, appreciate you, Kelly. Haven't seen you around for a while. Pray for y'all once in a while when I remember. Hope you're doing good. All right, so now we hit it with this sour truce green. Can you turn that down just a little bit? He talks pretty loud. That jig needs some spark. Well, the sparkle is the collar. He wanted old school, so there's no sparkle in the old school jigs. there, that green is the sparkle. Hopefully, y'all can see that. I'll show you in a second, anyways. You know, Kelly, sparkles for our eyes, not the fish. Downtown Ernie Brown says Kelly is bright. He said, Kelly is bright and colorful. Ha 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 ha. I know you say it needs it in the tail, but the old school jigs never had sparkle in the tail. But you're pretty young. Back when I was a kid, this is what you got. Of course, the bodies were a little longer, but I tie this style now, so I like shorter jigs. You don't get tail hit a lot. Like the marabou jigs, where it goes way back to here, a lot of times they hit the tail and don't get the hook. Lisa says she's got to go do the adult thing and go to work. Well, you be blessed. Enjoy your day at work. Hopefully everything goes good. Kelly said Lisa work, kind of sucks. So. My work is tying jigs, and sometimes I think that just is not a very good thing neither. But when you're sitting there tying 100 of one color, it gets pretty monotonous. Oh yeah, Ernie, I'm sure he knows you're just joshing with him. But yeah, we had a real good time at church, and the church we've been going to is changing pastors, and the new pastor is or the new preacher, whatever you want to call him, he's got a little bit different point of view than mine, so I'm just not very happy with that. And I know that me not being happy with it may be me being selfish and stuff, but that's just kind of the way I feel. So if you don't feel good with something, then don't do it. So some of these feathers, the tips on them are kind of wonky. But at the moment, I'm going to two different churches, so that's kind of a toss up to what you do and where you go. But I'm looking at the way Matt and Greg interacts more than anything, because as a dad, it should be about your children and your family. And they really enjoy the one church. They like the other church, but they really enjoy the music and stuff. So back to work, Kelly. All right, you take care and have a blessed day, brother. I know church isn't everybody's cup of tea and people think different about stuff, but in this house we believe in church and God, so we go. We didn't go for the longest time, and we just lived for ourselves. And you know, I just felt the need that we needed to do that. So it is what it is, and that's what we do. So I've had conversations with several of you about God and things and higher power and spiritual beliefs, and so I know how a few of you sit, and I am perfectly okay with that. If that's what you believe, then that's what you believe. Not all of us are the same. I really like that color too. It's kind of hard to see, and on Facebook it shows up really well, but on YouTube that light above makes it. There you go. I'll do that. YouTube displays the video different, even if you're using basically the same phone. It's like the settings or the stuff is a little different. Hey, there's Chad. Sometimes the more drama at the church house than there is at my house. Yep. And if you're having a lot of drama in the church, then those people need prayer because they're not following the word of God. They're thinking about themselves more than they are of what, basically what would Jesus do, the old saying from back in the day. If you if they're concerned and have that drama going on in the church setting, then they are basically worshiping false idols. They're worshiping their feelings and not the word of God. God didn't promise love and kindness and all that. He promised that in the afterlife. In this life, we have to do for ourselves and that kind of thing. So I don't want to get too preachy on here. Some people don't like it. But this life, where you have people that are in destitute, and you have people that do drugs, and you have people that do all kinds of things in their life that is not real good. But you have people that steal, and you have people that do bad things, and that's them living for themselves, not living for the eternity. And God, like I said, God never promised us peace and love in this world. He promised us salvation in the afterlife. In this life, if you pray for now how am I going to say this? I'm not very good with words sometimes. So in this life, if you pray for patience, he's going to throw so much stuff at you to teach you patience. If you pray for good health, he's going to throw so much sickness at you that you will change to get good health. If you pray for one thing or another, he's going to send a lot of stuff in your life that is going to make you do what he wants in order to get that. But like I said, that's enough preaching. And I'm not preaching, basically, I'm just witnessing. because I'm not a preacher. I've lived my life pretty harsh, and it's taken me many, many years to understand that maybe the things I was doing wasn't proper. But I know what you mean about people in church, because I've never been ridiculed more by anybody. You know, I mean, Christians have ridiculed me more than any other people or people that claim to be Christian. So, and my tattoos didn't help none, and just it just they're like you're going to hell and this and that and all that and blah 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 and everything else. But when you die, if you go to heaven, you ain't gonna have all that anyways, so it doesn't matter. Matter of fact, as soon as I get off blood thinners, I'm going to be meeting back up with Merle and getting more tattoos. So my high school buddy does all my tattoos for me. That one has a wonky feather in there and it just doesn't look right. I'm going to bury it in the middle. There we go. There, that looks better. Gregory should be home here before too long. When he gets here, let's change colors while we're waiting on Gregory. So this is a glow in the dark green. So it looks a little pastel-y. We're going to do that. I don't know what color I want to do with that. Let's do a green. Let's do chartreuse tail. Oh, I already had some open. Chartreuse. Lock your thread in first, David, before you pick up the feather and start trying to tie. Yeah, I think yesterday when we went crappie fishing, we caught about 20. I caught about 20 crappie. Gregory probably caught 10. So I got one up on Gregory for a change, but with me and Gregory, it's not a competition. It's it's more about getting out and sharing the outdoors and having fun. And sometimes he turns it into a competition, and then I get competition-y with him back. But I don't really care much for that. I'd rather just go out and see him catch fish and having a good time. And I don't mind catching fish and having a good time too, but I'm more about letting Gregory do his thing. He really enjoys it, so it's fun. We get we get food out of it, we get fun out of it, we get to get some time out of the house in the outdoors, and it is a lot of fun. And of course, I get to test out new stuff. And yesterday, I had a gray ghost jig on my hook and or on my line. I stayed with that most of the time, and then towards the end, I switched over to some swing 'em in baits and did the wind changed. It picked up a little bit, so the bite changed. So I was trying to compensate and see if I can get the bite back, and we got a few more fish, but it wasn't like when we first got there. When we first got there, we were just slaying them. Had my basket pretty much full before we even started the live. right, so just to make Kelly happy, even though this is an old school jig, we're gonna go ahead, even though he left. When y'all see him, you can tell him, hey, Dave ended up sticking some flash in it. I'm gonna put some flash on this one. Well, wonder what. Oh, I was thinking about doing purple. Should I do purple, or should I do that light pink? I think we'll do 3 light pinks and see what they do look like, and then we might do 3 purple as well. Light pink is all kinds of tangled. See if we can. There we go. Sometimes you just got to pull on it and let them spin out, do their thing. This is a better crystal flash. I get this off of eBay from Nimrod's Tackle. He has some real nice chenilles. So if you look, it's fuller versus, like, see the difference between the two. Now that other is a longer crystal flash, and because this one is a medium and the other one's a large. But let's do this, and then we'll do purple as well. Yeah, that's pretty thin, so I'm going to head wrap it. So what I do is I go like this. Yeah, get it tangled. I'll wrap it down 2 loops at the head, and then I'll wrap it back up, and that'll taper the body and make it a little bit fatter as we go up, so it matches the head size better. So there you go. Hopefully you've seen the difference. Kevin's dog said, okay, I'm back from morning chores. So, for Facebook, for YouTube. And that's a glow in the dark head, so you don't really see that under the water anyways. Pumpkin spice coffee. Yeah. Coffee is meant to be black. If it meant to have pumpkin spice in it, they'd have bred it with pumpkins.
Hey, get my coffee out.
I knew I'd get a hey out of her. I'm surprised you heard me. Got your hearing aid in?
No.
Then how'd you hear that? Selective hearing. That I know. You can hear certain things. That to me, that sounds like selective hearing, dear. I mean, she is only sitting 3 feet from me, so. Pumpkin spice, yeah. Not a fan.
Peppermint mocha.
Peppermint mocha is what Naomi said, and peppermint to me is disgusting. I hate candy canes. I do not like peppermint. Never really did. Even when I was a kid, I didn't like peppermint. When they came out with them candy canes that had all the different flavors and stuff, I was like, wow, really? Candy canes that taste good. You know, like all the Starburst ones and all of that. Those were good candy canes. My favorite out of all of those was the root beer flavored candy canes. I really like them root beer candy canes. Well, as soon as Gregory gets here, we're going to do What You Got Gregory segment. For those that are new here, my son Gregory goes to the thrift store and he shares his thrift store finds with y'all when he gets home. These these ones are all pretty short-haired. They'll be good for smaller jigs, but for these bigger jigs, they're just not the greatest. Highlander grog is some mighty fine coffee, is what Tim said. Oh, yeah? I just drank Folgers, the Colombian or Colombiana or whatever it is. That's what we drink. But
Could be like your dad. Coffee with that sugar.
But when we make the coffee, we put we pretty much are putting like 2/3 of a cup of grounds to where, you know, like it's like that far from the top of the filter, and we only make half a pot, so 6 cups of coffee, and we slow brew it, so it's really strong. That's coffee. I go places and people offer me a cup of coffee and it tastes like watered down coffee, like it's not the greatest. Oh, hey, we was double wrapping that head. Ah, took it all the way out. Wasn't my intent. So Thanksgiving is coming up this week. So hopefully y'all have a blessed time with family if you do the family thing, and if not, well, hopefully you at least get a good TV dinner. They're doing the turkey drive for food bank. I'm hearing that on the news. So if you got the means, donate to your local food bank. Help out the people that can. There's a lot of people that really need the food bank, and there's a lot of people that abuse the food bank. So hopefully if they're going to the food bank, they really need it and not just abusing it. So there's another one. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple of them with purple just in case Gregory will be back here pretty quick. I'm going to get out a different, I'm going to put that feather up. I'm going to get out some feathers that have longer hairs. And we went down to the local park here in my town yesterday, and they had the floodgates open on the deal, expecting some heavy rain, I guess. We got about an inch last night, and I don't know if that was enough to open the gates, but at least it'll flush the mill race out and get all the muck and stuff out of the mill race. The newsman just said the meaningful rain for Kansas in well, south central Kansas is done for now. So, which means we might dry out a little bit now. I've been wanting to go to town today, but I don't know if I'll make it. I need to go to Hutch, pay a bill at the welding store. I have a business account up there, so I put that stuff on my account, and then I go back and pay it the next time. Even though I have the money to just get it when I go up there, I still do that to build my account up with them. That way, if I ever do really need it, they don't run your credit or nothing like that there. They just go by promissory. So if I do need it, then I can actually go in there and use it. Bought a new set of TIG welding gloves this last time I was there last week. So I got $25 on my account. I know that ain't much, but I dropped that feather. Dropped part of it anyway. Let's just go ahead and stick some flash back in this one as well. I don't know if I want to do that and do it in these were my choice jigs, so I mean it's like there was no specific color asked for. I just don't know if I want to do that or if I want to pop it with some. See what other colors I got. Some gold actually would sound. Did I not have some gold up here somewhere? Green and gold sometimes goes together good. Hey, Fresno. Got a piece of gold in my used sack here. We'll try that. You have a blessed day, Shirley. Yeah, we'll do the gold. We're really going to have to lay the gold down, though. Yeah, I'll like that. Don't know how well. Yeah, I got tired of using my computer for the YouTube because it just frustrating. The camera quality is not the best, and I kept having microphone problems and stuff. So, all right, so there you go. There's your green and gold. Gregory's kind of running late. I wonder if they're having a Black Friday sale or something.
Nope, that'll be next Friday.
Oh, I guess that would be next Friday. They give me a feather that's got some black barred in it. You'd think they'd pick that out. So we also went to Bass Pro this week and did some videos up there. Just, not sponsored by them, just promoting their stuff for now. I've been using the Bass Pro Fish Eagles, which used to be the Fenwick Fish Eagles. Those rods are wonderful. And then, of course, I used the Bass Pro Fluorocarbon and Bass Pro Braid. Really want to get some Beyond Braid, some of their 8-strand stuff, but just money's tight enough. I don't have the money to do so right now. Tim said, "What'd you ask Santa for?" Well, I didn't ask Santa for nothing, so I just was up there saying, "Hey, here's the mailbox for the kiddies that want to get their letter into Santa, and also that he's going to be up there for the kids that want to go see him and stuff." We don't do the whole Santa thing, and we don't do a Christmas tree neither. So we did back in the day when the kids were little, but we haven't done a Christmas tree in years. Boy, this gold is not very good. Just have to really, I'm just going to overlay wrap it a few times. There's a hair in there. All right. That looks good. You just got, it's so thin, you just got to wrap the tar out of it to get it to pop, you know what I mean? No, I did not sit on his lap for a picture. He wasn't there when I was there. I was there first thing in the morning. I don't think he shows up until later in the morning or in the evening. They had a QR code for times to get set up to see him. So I like that color too. Let's go ahead and do the other two in purple. So I just give them a variety of different colors. Yeah, if y'all don't know, Santa Claus was actually started by Coca-Cola Company back in the day. They merged 3 people to make Santa Claus with the rosy cheeks and the red coat because of Coca-Cola's logo was red. You don't believe me? Go look it up. Before the 30s, before the 20s and 30s, Easter was the holiday of the year. That was the biggest holiday, was Easter, because of Christ. Back then everything was Christian. This country was founded on God and Christianity. So, but in the Coca-Cola, they didn't have enough winter sales. Coca-Cola was considered a summertime drink. So they their marketing department said, how can we get more people to drink Coca-Cola during the winter? And they came up with Santa Claus from the pagan warlock type thing, that the evil spirits that would go around and torment kids. And then there was a chimney sweep that would go down the chimney and steal your stuff. And then a saint. So they combined all 3 of those to come up with what we got now as our modern day Santa Claus. It was all about making money. That's what it was. Selling people a bunch of junk. As for Rudolph Jigs. Oh, they're razzing me on YouTube. That's funny. Kicked me down the chute. Yeah, that's on A Christmas Story, I believe. Go and put your eye out.
I love that movie.
Naomi likes that movie. I'm sure she'll watch it this year.
Mm-hmm.
When she watches that Christmas stuff, I go do something. I don't watch Christmas movies very much. The ones I do watch, like I like the one with Tim Allen, where yeah, and where he falls off the roof and stuff. I like that one, and then I like the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger where he's Turbo whatever and trying to Turbo Man, trying to those ones are all right. I mean, it's all entertainment. It's all, it's just in the eye of the beholder, and if you want to what you like and stuff like that. I do like a couple of the Scrooge movies are all right, but I just, like I said, I don't watch much TV.
The Grinch?
If I sit here in the living room, I'm usually on my phone watching YouTube videos and stuff like that, or how-to videos, and I usually don't pay attention to what's on TV. Matter of fact, for the last 4 or 5 years since Naomi's had her rollover wreck and she's been at home, she's the one that controls the remote. I don't even care. I mean, if she's watching something that I think is ignorant, I will say, hey, I don't want to watch this. Can we watch something else? Or I don't want to hear that. Can we watch something else? And she's gracious enough to turn it. And if she goes, no, I'm really wanting to watch this, then I don't stop her. I'll let her watch it. I just go do something else. All right, Gregory's home finally.
You got to show that off first.
Sounds like more dog toys. All right, let me tie this jig real quick. Get this on there, and then you can show them. I'll get out because I'll have to get out of the way. Let me finish this jig real fast. It ain't going to take but a second.
Show that to Rosie.
Well, that's tied in a knot right there. I said, let me do this real quick, and then I'm having troubles trying to get it untangled. Here, we'll fix that. I'll just cut it. Cut me off a chunk. What'd you do, run home? You're breathing like you did. Rosie, sit. You just be patient and wait for your toy. Because I got to get out of the way so Gregory can get on these cameras. Just, Rosie, quit trying to jump up.
When it comes to toys.
If Gregory would talk to her, she wouldn't jump up like that. But he knows I'm on YouTube, so he's not going to say nothing. So we're going to have to double wrap, triple wrap, quadruple wrap this. So let me get this. All right, so now build the body. That took a lot of chenille. All right. Tim's got his eyeballs on you, Gregory. And then he retracted the message. He's like, get out of the way, Dave. All right, so last jig for the show. We're going to do Gregory, and then we're going to get out of here. We got things to do, so... All right, Gregory, get over there. Y'all know what time it is. It's what you got, Gregory time. You gotta move your toes. You gotta move it, Rosie. Go that way, Rosie. All right, here's Gregory. Well, don't walk past the cameras. You gotta get up in there. So, gotta something for the Rosie's like, give it here, give it here. Don't let her jump on the table. Now she's gone. What else did you get? You got you a tackle box. They took all the dividers out of it, didn't they? I probably got plenty of dividers in some of these other boxes you can use. Most of them are all made in the same factory, just different stamp on the front. Is that all you got? Well, tell him bye. Tell him something. No, you go back and give back. Come here.
Give that thing to Rosie.
Come back over here and wave bye to him. Go wave bye. All right, guys. I guess that's all you get for today.
Very good.
Show me, show me. All right. Well, that's all we're going to do for today, guys. I appreciate y'all being here. Fresno said bye, Gregory.
Hey.
But anyways, y'all be blessed. Thank you for being here. Have a blessed day. Thanks for supporting Gregory. Yeah, I care less if you support me. No, I care. You guys support me too. But we do appreciate y'all, each and every one of you. Y'all are awesome. Be blessed. Have a great day. Go tie something. Go do something. Go be something. We're out of here. I gotta figure out how to shut them both down.